I was exploring under my base the other day and I found a mineshaft. Now mineshafts are great because not only can you find mineshaft loot chests, spoiler alert, I didn't find any, but you can also find spider spawners, and I hit the jackpot. I didn't find just one, I didn't find two, or three, or four, I found 6, and 2 of those were a double. So this is the perfect opportunity to build an XP farm, and it's right under my base, which is so convenient. So I got to work mining out around the spawners, 6 blocks above, 4 blocks either side and 3 blocks down, and a small opening on one side which will lead into the room where you take out the spiders. The easiest way to do this is to put 1 bucket of water in each of the back corners and then cut up the floor in a triangle pattern so that the water flows all the way to the front, so that will push all the spiders through that small opening. Now if you want, you can put in a water trap, which is going to be on the front wall right at the top. You'll dig 2 or 3 blocks up, you'll fill that with water and hold it in using fence gates. So that way when spiders come out of the spawner and they climb the walls like they do, they will climb up into the water and they will die, and it won't affect the spawn rates. And of course the drops will fall straight down and you'll still be able to collect them. So that's it for the spawner room. Now in the other room I decided to decorate it based on someone else's design. Now this design you can see on the Dream SMP, and the reason why I chose that is because, firstly I didn't really have an idea for a design, and I do watch some of the streamers that play on the Dream SMP and I've seen that room so many times, so I'm kind of used to seeing it. It's not really my aesthetic. It's using polished granite and polished andesite, which are definitely better than just plain andesite and plain granite, but it's not too bad and I'm happy with how it looks. So the first thing I had to do obviously was dig out the room big enough so that I could fit everything in, and I took a couple of screenshots from some of the people that were streaming and were hanging out in that room, so I was able to get a view of all the different angles of the room. Now to make sure that the spiders don't come through the small opening and actually attack you, you need to build it up so that they can't get through. And cave spiders are actually smaller than normal spiders, so you need to make the gap really small. And I did this by putting stairs and slabs in the front and then trapdoors just above so that they just peek through, you're able to take them out, but they can't get out. I've also put in the fence there because although they can't get out, they can still reach you. And nobody likes to be poisoned by a cave spider. Now the entrance that I use to get into the room isn't going to be the actual entrance to the room, that's just temporary. The actual entrance to the room on the Dream SMP is through the top, where you can jump down into a puddle of water so that you don't take any fall damage. So I put this in at the end, but it's not going to be the actual entrance that I'll use because this is so close to my base. I'm going to have the entrance to it also be the exit. So the exit is out the side and it goes around and then goes up a bubble column. So I've dug out an extra column there so I can jump down and easily get in that way. The room is going to be a little bit multifunctional. It's going to have a few chests in there and it's going to have some furnaces so you can smelt up stuff if you want, and it's also going to have an enchanting area and just a few other bits and pieces just to make it a little bit more useful. So it's more than just a room. You can take out spiders, you can do lots of other things in there. The design was pretty easy to follow. It's just alternating different coloured blocks, and of course the screenshots that I have were pretty clear, so it was just a case of building it up bit by bit. There are lots of different ways that you can decorate a room like this, and there are a few different ways that you can design that front entrance where the spiders come through, but it's basically the same. You just want to have a very small opening so that the spiders can't get out, but you can still reach them. You can have it wider, you can have it like the full width of the spawner room, or you can just have it smaller like I've got it here. It works the same, it just makes it a little bit easier to take out the spiders because you don't have to move around, you can just stand in one spot. And of course there's a little area where you can stand to make sure that the spawner is active while you're waiting for the spiders to spawn. And yeah, it works really great. I'm really happy with the design. I'm happy I was able to actually replicate it, and while editing this I did actually find 2 more spider spawners under my base, so that's 8 spider spawners in one mineshaft. So that's pretty insane. I could actually make XP farms for all of them. I'm probably not going to need to because on this server we've actually got an Enderman farm and the XP on that is just so OP. So I'll probably just use this to collect all the spider eyes and the string so I can trade it for emeralds with my slaves. Villagers. One thing I didn't mention is under the spot where the spiders come through, there are a couple of hoppers that feed into a chest. That way you can pick up the drops quite easily, but you don't actually really need to do that. You can just move up close to the area where you kill them and you'll pick up the drops yourself. But like I said, nobody likes being poisoned by a cave spider, so it's a little bit easier in this case to use the hopper method to filter all the items into a chest. Although if you want to collect the XP from them, you will need to move up a little bit. But that's why there's stairs in front of that small bit, just so that the XP can actually come out of the room and you can collect it. There are a few other bits in the room that I haven't replicated like completely, like there's a poster on the wall and there's a few signs that I haven't fully completed, but otherwise I think it looks pretty good. It looks exactly like the one on the Dream SMP, and when I use it, it kind of feels familiar, which is fun, and yeah, it works great. So this is my double spider spawner XP string farm, and I'm pretty happy with how it works. If you want to see me build things in real time like this, then I do stream quite often on Twitch, so you can follow me over there. It is free to follow. You can obviously change your mind at any time. You can chat to me in real time, and I try to explain all the things that I'm doing at the time that I'm doing them. And you can even influence some of the things I build, because I love to get feedback from the community and make decisions together. I've got so many cool ideas coming up in the future, so make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the future videos that I've got planned. There's a link in the description to my Twitch channel if you want to follow me over there. I do also have a shorts channel where I tend to upload all my failures, so you can subscribe to that as well. And I also have a VODs channel, so if you've missed any of my live streams, you can catch up on all of those. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video.